So what percentage of people think there should be a designated area on planes for mobile phone users? It's 69%.
Somewhere near the back door would be handy. You're watching The Right Stuff with Tory Culture Minister-to-be, Ed Vaizey, Kay Adams and Les Dennis, currently starring in the West End musical Eurobeat. Winning is Everything. It's on at the Novella Theatre in the West End, as I said, till November the 15th. Yeah. But first, a quick one. Who wants mobile phones on planes? There's a budget airline. I can't actually bring myself to name them on air because they were so bloody awful the one and only time I used them. Has announced that passengers will be able to use mobiles on some routes for next month. My question is this. Are airline bosses responding to demand from you lot, or are they just trying to create another market so they can squeeze a few more quid out of us after charging the earth for a disgusting roll and a can of cola? I can't tell you how much the calls are going to cost. Experts are saying it's going to be somewhere around 40p to £1 a minute. With average flights on this budget airline lasting around 2 hours or so, I just wonder why people can't wait a bit before getting on the dog and bone. Can't planes remain mobile-free zones? I mean, what kind of idiot is going to pay big money so they can tell their mates, I'm on a phone, I'm on a plane? Do you get it, Les? I don't get it.
I just hate the idea of it. I'm really surprised at 69% there because...
Designated areas, I think they just say they don't want people on mobile phones next to them. I mean, there's no room for starters.
On a train, you can have a quiet carriage. You can't do that on a plane, can you? I mean, it's bad enough. We're so British as well that we would sit there seething and not say anything.
Yeah.
I was on a train...
And you know how close people are? I mean, literally, you'd have the phone, his phone or her phone next to your ear.
I was on a train journey once, and a woman had clearly got a new job, and she wanted everybody to know it, and she just was going, oh, yeah, I've got this new job, I've taken over from John, and the whole carriage was seething, and she was giving out her mobile number. Yeah, my number now is... So I took the number down, and I saw it said, Virgin Trains ask you to be considerate to other users. So I texted that, exactly what it said, and sent it to her, and it went bing down there. She went, got a text, and she went... put her phone down and went to sleep.
Good for you. Good for you.
You know what? You should have phoned her up and said, I'm terribly sorry, that job offer, I had to pull it back. Sorry about that.
That's truly evil. Talking of evil, do you want mobile phones on planes, Kay?
Well, you know, I say no. I mean,
you must travel backwards and forwards quite a bit on plane,
up and down all the time. My carbon footprint's a wee bit big. But having said, you know, it's kind of progress, and I really don't fancy it.
Is it progress?
Well, it's kind of everywhere else. You know, you're almost kind of just trying to stem a tide. We're being King Canute here. It is everywhere. We do have mobile phones. We do rely on them. People would text. Hopefully people would text more than call. I would just kind of hope that they would do that.
Maybe for emergency, obviously, clearly.
But, I mean, I think it's more interesting, and they're just trying to get money. I don't understand how they're... And you were saying you don't exactly know what the pricing is going to be. So the airline is going to get money from this.
Emirates charge, I think, up to... And I might be wrong here. Emirates have had it for a while, over a year. But that's 7 hours, OK?
Right.
A typical flight.
So do you have to use their phone, or can you use your own phone?
You can use your phone, but it's up to about £2 a minute on Emirates.
Right, and they get a cut, clearly.
And they get a cut.
I thought they interfered with
you
the
don't
plane.
that old rubbish. The next thing you'll be saying you can't use them in hospitals, but all the doctors do. Ed, do you remain? Yeah.
I'm very much in favour of this. I can't live without my mobile phone. As you know, I use it during the advert breaks. I love my mobile, and this will encourage me to fly more, because one of the reasons I don't fly is because I'm unable to use my mobile phone.
Shut up!
And there'll be lots of entertaining side effects. There will obviously be mobile phone rage. There will be definitely the first punch-up when somebody is... there'll be people looking out the window saying, yeah, I can see you, wave, as they fly over, as they fly overhead. I mean, it's going to be... The anecdotes are going to be legion. So it's great for business customers. People I know who used to work in banks, because obviously nobody does anymore, used to say the best thing for business was when you flew business class and some bloke was doing a deal and looking at all his papers. Now everyone will be on the phone. Everyone will know what deals everyone else is doing. So it's going to be great.
And also, if it does let you have Wi-Fi, that would be terrific. If you could have a laptop and you were online,
do you know,
that would be brilliant.
I would say the whole... what I'm fighting for is civilisation and actually having somewhere to go. I used to love getting on planes. When I was in Fleet Street, 7 hours to New York was 7 hours of
The annoying thing is that this is a budget airline, and it's flying to those destinations where lots of people have their second holiday home, so there will be annoying... Tuft and Bufton conversation. You know, how's the pool? What's the temperature like? Tell me, dip your toe in the water. That will drive people mad.
Let's throw it open to you. Is there anybody watching today who wants mobile phones on planes apart from Ed?
OK, we've got someone who doesn't agree with Ed. It's Rebecca, and she's on line 3.
Morning, Rebecca.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Are you looking forward to being able to use your mobile on a plane?
Absolutely not. No.
Good.
I've just had a cesarean.
Right.
And my baby's 15 days old.
Too posh to push, or what?
Stop it!
And I wasn't permitted to use my mobile phone from a hospital bed.
Right.
I was only allowed to text, which was an absolute lifeline, I have to say. And we were all happy with that.
I'm having a
because
baby.
We were there to rest, and we were there to recuperate. If I was on a transatlantic flight, listening to everybody yakking on, that would just drive me
you nuts.
insane.
It would drive you nuts. That's
It
what
would.
I think too.
It really would.
Rebecca, thank you very much for that. Let's have another.
OK, we'll go to Rachel from Dover on line 1.
Morning, Rachel. Do you like the idea?
No way.
Good, excellent. Why?
Well, as you've all said, on a night flight, having someone behind you or sitting in front of you talking about their relationship problems.
Yeah.
And you all sort of seem to
Actually,
zone
put like
in.
that would actually turn me on, but that's because I'm a weirdo.
Well,
it's the business stuff I'm not into.
But then what about, the captain is trying to do announcements, sort of telling everyone, please, could you just turn your telephones off? I'd like to tell you something. One of the engines has failed or something.
That'll get everyone on their phone.
The engine's failed.
So, no circumstances at all, you're dead against the idea?
No, and, it's bad enough
Good.
when children have laptops on at the moment, they have the volume up loud and they're playing the games. I mean, I think that's quite annoying. And I think nip it in the bud and stop it.
Rachel, I once sat on a plane. I must have been next to some kind of composer or madman, I'm not sure which, and he had this keyboard on the table in front of him. And he had sort of curly hair, looks a bit like Leo Sayer with electricity. And he literally, for 7 hours, went...
It was Simon Rattle, probably.
And I'm just sitting there...
What, did he have headphones on?
Yeah, it was silent, apart from the sound of the fingers doing that.
No!
But he did all the flourishes. Could have killed him. Could have killed him, and I left that to the airline food. Rachel, let's have one more. No, thank you, Rachel. Amy, let's
Just
have one
quickly,
more.
I just want to read out this email quick before I go to the next caller. It's from John Egan, and he's put, "Hi, Matt and all. I think there should be a designated place for people using mobile phones on planes, and it's called the wing."
Yeah. Let them walk outside.
I think it should be the cockpit. Excuse me, mate, move over a bit, I'm on the phone.
Anyway, our next caller is Daniel from Sheffield on line 4.
OK, Daniel, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Matthew.
Do you like the idea?
No, dreadful.
Good. Why?
People don't listen to health and safety announcements, and it would be absolutely detrimental to the well-being of passengers on board.
Oh, health and safety's on the phone.
I work for a long-distance train carrier, won't mention the train, but it's something Midlands.
Right, OK.
Working in first class, all first-class passengers, if there are any listening, need to put their phone down when we're doing health and safety briefings. They can't even open the doors, let alone request a cup of tea and coffee because they're that busy on the phone.
It's sad, isn't it, really?
Really bad.
I can still remember what life was like before mobile phones, and it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is that it's our life now, isn't it? I mean, I think there's statistics to say that there's enough mobile phones in the country for us all to have 2. We are wedded to our mobile phones, and it's interesting.
But it's an addiction which I think is not necessarily healthy. That's what I'm saying. It's not necessarily healthy, and I love having my breaks from mobile phones, and I love having our breaks with advertising, which we've got to go to next. Thanks for the call, Daniel. After the ads...